Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for the long awaited install video of the aftermarket head unit. As per my previous video, you can see the old head unit here. It has all the rubbish Japanese GPS crap. It's no good in any country outside of Japan, so we ripped it out. We got another unit off another Mark X. It's got the separate heater controls. If you look down the bottom here, you can see it's got the separate heater controls down here. And instead of 3 or 4 plugs on the back, we've just got the one. So once you take that off, you'll normally be left with the main unit that's sitting in a bracket. You've got 4 pins, sorry not pins, bolts. You've got one there, one there, one there, and one there. So you take that out. This will be what the holes are here. Hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there. That's where it sits in here. So when you take that out, you've got access to the wiring. Now, just take into consideration, when you take this old unit out of here, you're not going to use any wires for anything that came out of the back of that unit. All the plugs and stuff that comes off the back of this unit are obsolete. We're not going to use them. All we're going to use are the plugs that were sitting in the back of the black unit, the small wee black box that was down here. That's got all the power, speaker wires, yada yada with it. So that's the only one we're going to need. So on to the next step. Okay, so once you've pulled your old unit out, you're left with a lot of wiring. Now, like I said before, the wiring from the top for this, you're not going to use any plugs. There will be a couple of plugs. The only wiring you're going to be using is the wiring that comes out of this bottom unit. So the 2 looms you want is this loom. I think it has 4 wires on it and a plug. I cut the plug off because originally I was going to spice the wires in that plug, but I decided to cut it off because, yeah, I wasn't planning on putting the original unit back in, so chopped it off. And the other one, loom, is this one. This loom has your speaker wires, and it has your 12 volt ignition and your 12 volt constant off this loom. That's what you're going to use to power it. So I just used a multimeter, but the yellow, oh sorry, not the yellow, the blue wire, that's your ignition. No, sorry, that's your constant, and your ignition is where's the ignition? This grey wire here is the 12 volt ignition. This is the wiring loom that came with the head unit. It's pretty straightforward. There's your power, there's your memory, and there's your control wire you connect to your antenna, your power amp, power antenna, whatever. This is your speaker loom that comes with it. All your speaker wires are split between these 2 looms. So these are your rear ones, your yellow and black, white and red, and your ones for your front speakers are these. I just took the door cards off and just looked what speakers were positive and negative, the color, and then just matched it up onto the loom. So that's the easiest way I figured out which ones the speakers were. It's a reversing camera trigger. This will go to connect to the 12 volt trigger on the camera. So when the camera turns on, or when you pin to reverse, it will automatically bring the feed up onto the big screen. Antennas. The factory loom has 2 plugs, one Motorola, one ISO. And on the back of the new head unit, it's only got one adapter port. So I had to get a splitter and to get an adapter to go on the smaller one, so they both fit on here. And the single goes into the back of the single din. Now to earth it, I'm just going to try and do this with my phone. There's the earth wire there. On the earth, the black one connects to blue wire because I didn't have enough. And I connected to a bolt that's underneath here because you can take all this apart. It's pretty easy. So yeah, once you hook up those wires, which is pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4 power, earth, control, and memory, and on this part of the loom, there's your rear speakers, and this part of your loom is your front speakers, your 12-volt constant, and your 12-volt ignition. This plug here connects onto here. This connects to your parking brake sensor. So when you're watching movies, it'll know when the parking brake's on, so it'll display the image. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If you need to know anything specifics, what kind of tools, where I got the stuff from to use the job, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll answer your questions. Stay frosty, guys. Have a good day.